Today, I want to share how to make a card using Cricut Design Space, but not use a Cricut machine. You don't have to have a machine to use Cricut Design Space. So here is the material that I'm going to use. I found her on Google. I'm going to put her here on the card and make sure, no red showing on the side of her. She's cute. And then I'm going to group the card, attach the card, flatten the card. That means it's just one piece. And then I even have a yellow right here saying that I can't use it. Now, take in mind, I'm using a MacBook. Some things are different when it comes to other stuff. So I typed in the girl's trip using the text. I'm going to arrange that to the front. And I'm going to put that. Wait a minute. Let me make sure my card is the right size. The wide is supposed to be 10.5 at 6. At 6. It's 10.5 by 6. So here's my girl's trip. This line looks like it's off. Let me ungroup it again. Sorry about that. Let me unflatten it. Ungroup it. Detach it. Ungroup. This little thing here, let me move this out the way. Alright, so now I'm ready. We're going to group it. Group. Attach. Flatten. Right? And then I need to find the center. This is the center. So this where this come at. Well, actually, you don't really need to know where the center at. I'm just going to put this here. And I'm going to arrange it. Align it in the center. So I'll know. Where's my black line go? Hey, it got to be moved to the front. Arrange to the front. Okay, now it's in the front. So I'm going to take this, put it here. Then I'm going to align that line into the front. Because I need to know where they're at when I put the cards on. So here's my girl's trip. Arrange that to the front. Arrange it to the front and not putting it over the line itself, because you want to keep that crease on the edge of the card. So I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to group it again to make sure it's grouped, attach it. I'm going to flatten it. That's just one whole card. Then I'm going to get a shape. A square shape. Just a square shape. Make it black. And I'm going to put it here in the middle of these cards. But my thing on the outside is round. So it's okay. It's just like a border for the inside of the card. That's all. To make it look nice. So I'm put one here. Then I'm going to duplicate it. Turn it white. Add these right into it. Move it to the front. Add the white into it. I'm going to move this card down here. Move all that. Move the card, the white part here. And I'm going to move this here on top of where I want it at. Then I'm going to group it together and then I'm going to flatten it. So now that's one whole piece. So that'll go there. That'll go there. There. This will go here. So basically we're going to take this part. Make this a little smaller. Put that in the middle. Group it together. Group. Flatten. One whole piece. Then I need to take another shape of a card, another black card. Turn it darker black. And I'm going to put that on this section, which is going to be the front of the card. Making sure I don't go over my line. And the card is the whole width of the girl, so you don't have to worry about not, you wanted to still match with this side. So I'm going to make this a little shorter. So that's my card for the front. I'm going to duplicate it white. I'm going to duplicate it, turn it white. That's going to go on top of here. And this is going to be where my other border card. So I'm going to bring that here, bring that here. And then I'm going to flatten it. So all these things is flattened now. And with the MacBook, I use a lot of screenshot. I don't really like to turn that thing on for everything I use, like the Cricut machine and stuff. So I'm gonna move that there, move that here. For my MacBook, I'm gonna use Shift, Command, and number 4, and I'm gonna screenshot the whole thing. I'll move it out the way. I'm gonna take this one and this one together. They look like they even. I'm gonna Shift Command 4 and screenshot both of these together. They should fit in the paper together. Then I'm going to blink out, put it down to the sides, and you see how my thing showed up. So I'm going to click on her, push File, and Print. Print her out. Then I'm going to go to here. I'm going to push File, and then I'm going to print it out. That's it for the computer part. Okay, so all my pictures printed out for the cards. They're all printed out for the cards. I will not be using the Cricut machine. What I'm going to do is take some scissors or either a slicer, and if I didn't have a slicer or if I didn't have scissors, if I didn't have a slicer, I would use the scissors. So I'm going to carefully cut out my squares. And Design Space is free. So when you use Design Space, as long as you flatten everything, everything will come out as one. So I'm just going to cut it out by hand. I'm going to put everything together by hand. And I'm going to make a card. And I can make any kind of card I want this way. And there's a lot of people, old school, that still likes to do things by hand. So this video is for my old school people who like to do things by hand, who not really into all that technology, which is okay with me. So this is for them. So I'm cutting them all out, my pieces out. Now I'm going to cut this piece out with the girl on it. I'm going to take my time because she got rounded edges. Next time I will make her edges square. I'm going to take my time and cut everything out because it's a simple cut, so it ain't like you're doing a whole lot. And you can use a slicer for some parts, but not all of it. And if you got a good steady hand when it comes to cutting, that's even better. Because some people can't stay on the line. Like me, I just went off of it a little bit. So I'm going to cut around her hat because it's a big hat. And I don't think I'm going to mess up that much with it. So I'm going to cut around that hat. And I'll let you know what I'm going to use when I get to the middle of the hat. Or the middle of the arms. I'm not going to rush because I'm on camera. So I'm going to take my time. I'm using 90-pound cardstock. That's my rounded edges. might be better to use square edges. So, being that this part here around the shoulders and everything is easy, look like that would be easy to cut. So I'm going to use the scissors and cut it. Cut her out nicely. I mean, using a Cricut machine is better, but if you're not good with the machine and don't really want to pay nobody to help you learn it, make it by hand. Things was done by hand way before these machines came out. And it's all handmade. So, you see how nice that cut out? So I'm going to move this stuff to the side. Now we're going to get into this detail part in the middle. And this is a knife. It's a knife pen that I saw somebody using online when I was watching the video. It's called a knife pen. It has a sharpened point here on the end. So that knife pen is what I'm going to use to cut out the inside of this arm. Now, if you want to get too detailed, you don't want to be picking something that's so complicated. So basically, it's like a razor on it, and you just give it a little firmness to it. Follow it like a pen. Not too much pressure and shagging it. Bring it down. So then cut out all the way. So I'm going to give it a little bit more pressure without ripping my paper up. They got other tools I've seen that you can use to cut paper and stuff without, actually ripping it out. So this is cut out. It's not 100%, but if you get some smaller scissors, you know what I'm going to use? Let me use a razor. And basically, can't go wrong with a razor. Just don't cut yourself. Get my little striking pieces off that I cut with the razor. This part, when you cutting with razors and stuff, just be patient. It'll come off. It will come off. You got it sharp enough. Make sure it's sharp, and make them little curves. Wash your fingers. I don't have no problem burning myself with the glue, but I'm not gonna cut myself with a razor. Yeah, I'm not gonna do. All right, well, she looks pretty good. I'm gonna fold her now where my line is, right here. Fold her nice and neat, and don't want no pieces. Make sure her arm is inside the card. And I'm gonna fold her. Then I'm gonna open up the card. And with this piece being already made, I got me some dots. And I'm gonna put dots in the corner. I got these little circle dots from Michael's. So I'm gonna line this up. Stick it right here. This piece right here is the blank piece if somebody want to write on it. Put that there. So I put some dots on this one. I think these dots were like $5. Put the dots on this one. So, and then that'll go on this side. So somebody can write a note stick it down. There you go. Bam. I just made me a card without the Cricut design space. The white in the back might not be so cute. I should have made the card bigger maybe. But that's fine, because when you still open it, it's still a card. It says girls trip. And then I used the text part of the Cricut design space and did the girls text thing. And you see it's on here. I ain't had to write it with no pen. I cut it out with scissors and a knife pen. And then when you open it, they can write something here. They got some words here. I can't keep calm. I'm going on a girls trip. How y'all like that? For my old school people who don't like to use Cricut. And I don't like to plug in that machine. It's big, it's heavy. It's not in a place where I can keep it on a table. So it's on a shelf. So I have to take it down every time I use it. So there you go. This is my tutorial on how to do a card without Cricut machine. But you can use Cricut Design Space, or you can use other programs to come up with the card and then cut it with your hand if you can't afford to get a Cricut, or if you don't like to use the machines itself. There you go. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. My crafting group is Crafting Together as One on Facebook. We do a lot of divas and things on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you can see some of the things that I try to do. Thank you for watching.